Hey team, it's Ellen here, and I'm so excited to talk to you a little bit about our strategies for our Record Breaker month. So I am going to go ahead and I am going to share my screen. All right, and we are going to get started. All right, let me click on that. Come on. All right. And so we are going to be the record breakers for our record breaker month. Now, for those of you who are new to the team, maybe you joined sometime in the last year, October is our record breaker month. And that is where we're asking everybody to better their best, right? So if the most parties you've ever held in a month are 2 parties, you want to try and hold 3. If the most sales you've ever had in a month are maybe $1,500 in sales or $700 in sales, you want to try and beat that record, all right? Now, the cool thing about it is Tupperware puts a lot of really great promotions in place for us to be able to do just that. All right, so we are going to be hashtag the record breakers. All right, that is going to be our hashtag all month long to remind you to break your own record. All right, this is where you go all out. And I tell you what, when you take a month like October and really concentrate on building your business, it will catapult you through the holiday selling season with success. All right. So we're going to give you the tools to be able to do that right now. All right. So our goal for our team is 100 team parties. That sounds like a lot, doesn't it? But I tell you what, we have a pretty large team. So 100 team parties ends up averaging out to be about like 1.7 parties per person. I don't know what 0.7 is. So let's just round it up to 2. 2 parties per person that's active on the team, and we could easily blow this goal out of the water. And I'm super excited to be able to partner with you to make this a success. Now, you may be sitting there thinking, being like 100 team parties. Well, my goal is 10. So right there, we're down to 90. All right. So some of you on the call, you've been or listening to this recording, you have been through a record breaker. You know what I'm talking about, and you know what your best month is. So you're going to strive for that. Last night when we did our live Zoom, we had some people shouting out some numbers like $5,000 was going to be their goal for the month of personal sales. That's about 10 parties. We had another one that was $6,000. All right. So, and then we had one that was $1,000. All right. This is about you and your goals. All right. And let us help you get to those. All right. So the goal is when we hit our goal, everyone with 1 party will be entered into our group drawing to shop out of my vault. All right. And if you don't know what my vault is, all right, I have so many past rewards. I have exclusive Tupperware. I have premium products that are current on our line. So I have a wide variety of things, logo wear, all kinds of good stuff, and you get to shop from it and decide what it is that you want as your prize when we do our drawing. All right. So hitting our goal means we have the 100 team parties that are submitted. So that means we have $50,000 in team sales. Now, I think our biggest month as a team is somewhere like 45, 46,000. However, we did not have the team that we have right now today. All right. Because right now we have the strongest team I think we've ever had in the 12 years that I've been in Tupperware. So I'm super excited to be going through this month with you and just walking hand in hand towards this goal. All right, so I want you to share your results, all right? So I am going to be making a pinned post that is going to be on our Par Excellence group, all right? And so I'm going to pin that post there, and I need you to comment below. And what I need you to comment below with is I want you to post your hostess's name and the sales amount of that party once you submit it, all right? So it's going to be right there on the Par Excellence Facebook page. Like I said, it's going to be pinned at the top. So if you're looking on your phone, you might need to click on pinned post and you'll be able to find it, all right? And we are going to be doing weekly drawings, all right? So the sooner you host those parties, the sooner you hit submit, the sooner you have that total and are able to post it, the more drawings you'll be in. So say you have a party in the very first week, all right? You have a party in the very first week and you get in for week 1 drawing. You'll also be in for week 2, week 3, and week 4, all right? How cool is that? Awesome. All right. Now, if you have another party in week 3, then for that party, you'll be in the week 3 drawing and the week 4 drawing, but you still also have another entry from your week 1 party, right? So it's going to build. So you're going to keep adding more names and more names and more names to our drawings. All right. So You are going to party like a rock star, and I'm going to challenge you to submit 6 parties. I'm not worried about a dollar amount. I'm just talking about submitting hit 6 times, hitting submit 6 times in October, and you win 6 awards from me. How cool is that? All right, so when you submit 6 parties, all you need to do is go to that submit page where you place the orders, and it has the breakdown of all the orders you submitted. Take a quick screenshot, or you can even take your phone and just take a picture of your laptop if you work off of a laptop, and send that to me, and that will get you your 6 prizes. Awesome. All right. And our top 3 in sales are getting a trophy. They're going to get a trophy from me. So I'm super excited to be able to give you your trophy for the top 3 team members with the highest personal sales. All right. So that is about numbers. The other one is about 6 parties submitted. So if you have a $100 party and a $500 party and a $400 party, even if it doesn't add up to what our party averages for those 6 parties, you still will get prizes from me. Now this one is for the top dollar amount. So you can only have 2 parties, but they're 2 $3,000 parties or something crazy like that, or 2 $2,000 parties or $2,000 parties. You know, you could only have a couple parties, but they end up blowing out of the water, or maybe a big fundraiser. All right. So that's what that is for. All right. So we got some strategies for you. Our first success step is, what do you want? You need to figure out what you want. What do you want? What does your ideal business look like, right? What are you building towards? What does your ideal party look like? What are you going to spend the money on? The money that you earn this month, what are you going to spend that on? That is really important to kind of like think about, like, because if you set a goal to have $4,000 in sales, that's $1,000 in commissions and a $400 bonus. What? And if you're a leader, you get even more. All right. So it's important to realize, like, what would you do with an extra $1,400 into your budget from a month like this, right? Would you maybe use it to pay off Christmas, get paid Christmas in cash this year, buy all the presents? One year, I used that money to buy iPads for all 3 of my kids. So that was like about $1,500, right? And so, or maybe you are going to surprise your family with a surprise weekend getaway, right? Or a hotel stay or something fun like that. So there's so many cool things or maybe you're going to just stock it away because you want to get some winter tires on your car, or you're going to save it for a new air conditioning unit in the spring, right? So I'm super excited about you figuring out what it is that you want, so you know what you're shooting for. And then you're going to create your who do I want to connect with list. All right. This list is very, very key. So I want you to make sure that you're taking a look at that list. And this is where you're going to build your business from this list. It's so important. So I want you to ask yourself, who have I connected with that loves Tupperware? Who would love to host a home party or Facebook party? Who is someone I'd love to get to know better? A neighbor, a friend of a friend, an employee of Starbucks, you know, or someplace you regular, the outgoing bank teller, or your insurance agent, or somebody that you do business with, right? Who in my past has said, I can't host a party right now, but I will in the future? It's a perfect person to call right now. Let's see here. Who would benefit from or be talented with our business? And who have I supported recently that might want to return the generosity? Now, if you've been in the business for a while, I want you to add one to this too. And who has hosted a party for you in the past? Because if they've hosted a party, they know the value in dating a party when we have extra host bonuses, right? Because they're going to get more free Tupperware. All right. All right. So our first challenge is a top 50 list. All right. So some of your eyes are all bugging out of your head right now and you're going, top 50, Ellen, I don't even know 50 people. Well, I'd be willing to challenge you on that. However, don't be stressed about this number. All right. I say 50 because I want to set the bar really, really high. And if you're shooting for 50, you may end up with 30. But if I tell you 15, you're going to end up with 10. You see what I'm saying? So you want to try and make this list as rich as possible. And now this is a living, breathing list. All right. Because as you're going through your day, people's names are going to pop in your head. Or you're going to run into somebody in the grocery store and you're like, ooh, that's somebody I should add to my list, right? So it's important to remember that when it comes to your list, that you're always adding and crossing people off of this list. And then I want you to highlight your top 20 people on that list, all right? You highlight your top 20 people and then you send it to me. You send it to me. And listen, you don't have to put it in a Word document. I don't need a spreadsheet. I don't need anything like that. It doesn't have to be fancy at all. You can use your phone and you can have it in the notes in your phone, take a screenshot, or you can just write it out on a piece of paper and write the names. Just be like, fun Starbucks coffee guy, the lady at the pharmacy. You can, I mean, you don't even necessarily have to know their names. Jane from church, right? You can just put their name, put it right there, take a picture, and literally just send me a picture of that. Not a big deal. If you're going to be at rally, you can show it to me in person. All right. So when you send it to me, all right, you're going to get a very exclusive gift. And when you send this list to me by Thursday at midnight, you are going to get a fall and holiday Facebook party guide, step-by-step, images, word choices, tips, and an all new Facebook video demo that is exclusive to you guys. All right. So you'll be the first to be able to use this. All right. And then for those of you that love the home party like me, all right, you want to, you'll be getting a fall and holiday home party guide, step-by-step, with recipes, handouts, tips, some theme ideas, all kinds of good stuff. All right. So the key is you want to schedule this in. If you want things to get done, you've got to schedule them. You have to put them in your schedule. I work with a business coach, and when I tell her about, oh, I'm going to do this and this, she says, pull out your calendar, let's schedule a date. And that's the only way things get done. Now, some of you have that mind that just is always going, right? And so you're sitting in the waiting room and you just go ahead and jot a couple names down on your phone, you use your notes on your phone, or you pull out a Post-it note from your purse, whatever. All right. Or maybe you're sitting in the carpool lane waiting to pick up your kids from school. You take another couple notes, or maybe you're just like getting ready to turn off for bedtime, right? And then all of a sudden 3 more names pop in your head. You jot them down. That's okay too. Work with the way you work. All right. So you want to schedule that in. Time to do your who do I want to connect with list. All right. And our second success step is to host your own fall and holiday party. This is such an amazing strategy to be able to use when you're following up with these people from your list. Okay. So when you're hosting your own fall and holiday party, you are able to reach out to them to invite them to your fall and holiday party. All right. And so you can do it via Facebook. You can do it in person. I personally prefer to do them in my own home and also do a Facebook one, but in my own home, because then I can serve some wine and I can have my favorite food demos there. And I can just create this like casual, cool environment with good smells and, you know, some cool music playing, all that kind of good stuff. Right. So you want to make sure to go ahead and schedule that in. And I recommend 2 dates. So if you're doing Thursday night, you do Thursday night and maybe Saturday morning, right? So when they say, oh, there's no way I can do Thursday night, I have bowling league every Thursday night, you can say, no problem. I'm actually having mimosas brunch on Saturday. If you could swing by, and then you'll be able to get off to the grocery store before it gets busy. All right. And so, so when you have this in place, you have a reason to call them. Okay. Now the third success tip is decide on a theme. All right. Decide on a theme that you want your party to be, or decide on a couple theme options for your host as you contact them. You want to send out invitations to your party. All right. You want to send out invitations, and you can do that via text, via phone, or via snail mail, whatever it is you want to do. But I highly recommend putting a special gift in there for them. So you can create a certificate. You can even create a little image on your phone, and that gift certificate could be 20% off of one thing in the full line catalog. It could be 10% off, 15% off. You decide what you want. You want it to be kind of a break-even offer, right? So you're not going to make commission on it because you're kind of giving them a discount there, but it gets them in the door, right? It'll get them in the door. And so, so I like to do no shipping and tax, right? So then that way, if they're buying a $20 item, it's flat out, straight up $20 item, right? People just really like that. So and everybody loves a discount too. So that's important to do. So here are some word choices for you. Let me move my face out of the way. All right. So say, hey, Janie, it's so great to hear from you. How's life? Pause and listen. And she may say, great. And then you say, fantastic. What's making it great? Now, when you ask that question, what's making it great, then you actually get the real story, because we are trained from birth, right, to say everything's fine. And so when somebody say, hey, how's your day? You're like, good, even though it's not a great day, right? Occasionally you might put your guard down and go, you know what, today is not great. But typically you're not really going to say that. And so when you say fantastic, what's making it great, then the truth comes out and they're like, well, it's not super great because I got a flat tire this morning and that totally sucked. Right. Or they're just like, well, it's getting better because, you know, we're passing the flu around or whatever. Right. So, so this is the way you can kind of get past that casual, how's the weather type of a conversation. And, you know, being listened to is so close to being loved. Most people can't tell the difference. And so be a good listener. Think about people that you like to spend time with. They're probably good listeners, and that's why you like spend time with them, because you just want to be heard sometimes. I know in a house full of people, there are times I definitely feel like I'm not heard. Okay. So it's nice to have a safe place and a good friend to be able to go to be heard. And so you want to be that person for them right then. All right, so here is a follow-up with that. You say, Janie, I want to extend a very special invitation to you to join me for my Taste of Italy party. This is where you insert your theme, right? I'm hosting a very special party for my new friends that I've met through Tupperware. You'll meet several amazing people and enjoy some great food, wine, and good conversation, and I can't wait to spoil you. All right, so when you talk about you're hosting a party for new friends that you've met through Tupperware, insert whatever is appropriate there. So maybe I'm hosting a party for some of my close friends from school who just have really been there for me and my family over the years. And you definitely were one of the first people that came to mind. Boom. All right. So just kind of make that into whatever the situation is. All right. So how about hosting a friends night out or Facebook party for a few of your favorite plans? Our host plan right now is amazing. And then you can share the Record Breaker host rewards. Now, try not to stupefy them with your knowledge of the host reward program, okay? When you're like, and you get 45 with an extra 20 and and copay and blah, 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 host exclusive, right? Don't worry about all that, all right? Simply, you know, make it as simple as possible. And so however those words would come out of your mouth, make sure that they're authentic and they're nice and simple and clear and concise. You don't want it to be confusing. A confused mind says no. All right. So usually when I'm talking to a host about a time when it's double host credit, I say, you know what, we can do a party for you in November. However, in October, we have extra host bonus. And what that means to you is the same party that you would host in November. If you squeeze it in October, you're going to get, you know, significantly more free Tupperware. How's that sound? Right. And so that's kind of the way I put it to people, or I'll say, oh, you're going to get double or whatever, you know, whatever it breaks down to. So put it out there and then share your irresistible offer, which is like the host program, right? Meaning what you offer for her for saying yes. And maybe you sweeten the pot and you're just like, listen, I have the best pumpkin spice dip. It is amazing. I can't wait to make it for you and your friends. If you want to do a party in October, I'll make it at the party. You know, that might be your offer. Your offer might be, I don't know, a piece of Tupperware, something like that, right? So you can decide what it is. And if they say, I just can't think about anything right now, I have so much on my plate, just be like, hey, listen, no worries. I completely understand. You know what you should do though, is just take a couple hours, come to my fall party and I will spoil you. I'll have your favorite beverage there. I'll have, you know, what do you like? Wine or margaritas or whatever, you know, and just really set the stage and be like, let me treat you. All right. Don't worry about hosting party. Let me treat you right now. And she would come and have such a great time. She may end up dating her own party there. You never know. All right. So your friend can guest, or if your guest can attend, then you want to say, you know what, who is a friend that you love to party with? Who do you love spending time with? Bring them with you. I would love to meet them and spend time with them as well. Right. And be like, and I'll give an extra coupon for you and your friend to be able to come to the party. And that can really double your attendance. And I tell you what, party crashers are the number one dating prospect in the room when you have a party. So you always want people to bring guests because party crashers are sitting there and like, I don't know anybody in this room. And if I hosted a party, I could invite all of my friends. All right. All right, so a way to warm up a prospect is to go to their Facebook wall. All right, go to their Facebook wall, find something you can relate to, make a comment on it, right? Now, don't go to their Facebook wall and go back and comment on everything from the last 3 weeks. That is called being a stalker, and you do not want to do that. People unfriend you for that, okay? All right, so what you do want to do is just be very cautious with it. See something you can relate to, be like, oh, I saw your Old Man's Cave. We were at Old Man's Cave this summer. Absolutely love it. I hope you had a great time. And then the next, in a couple days, be like, oh my gosh, your son got his 1-year-old haircut. He is so precious. I can't believe how big he is. Whatever it is, right? Just be relatable. And then in a couple days, after you've done this a couple times over a couple days, then reach out to her, because then you're kind of front of mind because you've been making these great comments on her posts. All right. The fourth success tip is to look at your pre-launch blueprint for booking your fall solid with Rockstar Hostesses. All right. So I have 7 tips. All right. Create your Who Do I Want to Connect With list in the next couple days for me to send you your prize. All right. Because then you're going to get your outlines for both your different type of parties. It'll give you a great jumping off point. Set your date for your home and Facebook party. Schedule time to connect with those on your Who Do I Want to Connect With list. Create an invitation, pick up a box of cards, and design your certificate, and then get them in the mail or ready to text out. Prepare your leading questions for the Who Do I Want to Connect With list, like how's life? How are you enjoying your Fridge Mart? Maybe they're a past customer, all right? Ask them about something good you saw on their Facebook feed. Right? All right. And ask, are you getting ready for the holidays? Right? Get yourself in the right mindset to call and reach out to people. This is important. I'm going to pause right here to just kind of talk about it. There are many times that I do not feel like making phone calls. I do not feel like doing my business. And instead of pushing it off until I feel like it, right? I change my vibration. I get myself excited, get my juices flowing, get my energy high, right? And I do that through a variety of different ways. I can watch a funny YouTube video, right? That's always funny. I could just put on some great music, kind of dance around, clear my space a little bit, get myself ready, allow myself 5 or 10 minutes to do that, or a couple of my favorite songs, whatever it takes. But you need to get yourself ready to go and psyched up to do this. Commit to action, not emotion. Too many people wait to feel good and then take action instead of taking action to feel good. I will tell you, the number one thing I don't like doing in my business is making phone calls. And sometimes I will be grumpy and grouchy and I'm kicking and screaming all the way to making my phone calls. But afterwards, I feel like $1 million. I'm like, boom, I did that. I didn't want to, but I did it. And I'm growing my business because of it. Regardless of the outcome of those phone calls, I know that I'm putting good stuff out there and good stuff's going to come back to me. And I wouldn't be here teaching all of you and working with all of you hand in hand if I didn't push through that on the days that I didn't feel like doing it. And so that is what successful people do. All right. Number 5 is don't forget to follow up. Make a note in your phone. Make a note all over the place to be able to follow up with people because you want to make sure you're following up. All right. Because that is where, they say statistically, it takes 10 contacts to be able to actually get something out of your lead. All right. So number 1, create your Who Do I Want to Connect With list. Number 2, decide on your top 20. All right. Number 3, create your invitations. Number 4, send out your top 20 card with the invitation and certificate. Call them and leave a message via phone or messenger. Number 6, send them a text letting them know how that you just left them a fun message, invite them to a very special party. And number 6, add them to your calendar 5 days later and send them a text message to make sure they receive the information in case they haven't reached out. Now, number 6 here was a game changer in my business. There are a couple things in my business that when I tweak them, it was a game changer. And this was one of them. So when I make a phone call, I tell them in the voicemail, hey, just so you know, in the next 24 hours, I'm going to send you a text, or if I have their email, I'll say, I'll send you an email. So pick one. All right. Pick either text or email, not both. Okay. Be like, hey, in the next 24 hours, I just want to give you a heads up. I'm going to send you a text. So if it's easier for you to reply to my text than to call me back, just do that. Don't worry about calling me back. You can just reply to my text. So I look forward to connecting with you. Take care. Bye. Right? Okay. So when I started doing that, the follow-up, it really helped my follow-up system because people were actually texting me back. Because I will be honest with you, if I get a voicemail, I listen to it, I'm like, oh yeah. Okay. Put my phone down, right? And then I'm off doing something else. Somebody asked me for something. Mom, can you make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Da, da, da. You know, husband walks in the door. Oh, I have to fix dinner. I need to walk out the door. Right. And so I forget about the voicemail until a couple days later when my voice box inbox is full and I have to delete stuff. And I'm like, holy cow, I did not call this person back. Now, if they'd sent me a text, there's a better chance that I'm going to get a message back out to them. All right. So we are the Record Breakers. I'm so excited to partner with all of you to be able to break our records. All right. This here, right now, it is your time. People are going to break records in this month. Why not you? Why not you be the one up there breaking your own record? How amazing would that be? All right. So go out there, go for it. You have all the tools in place. Tupperware gives you so much amazing, sales and host credits and all these amazing offers that you have to give to your customers and hostesses. Now is the time to reach out and build your business. You can build your entire fall selling season when you put in the work right now on that list and go ahead and date those parties and date your own party and get things rolling right here, right now. All right. So I'm super excited to be able to work with all of you to be able to break our records. All right. So remember, well, number one, you need to make that list of people that you're going to contact, all right? And send it to me by Thursday at midnight so I can get you your exclusive training that is only for the people that take that step. And number two, any of the parties that you have dated on that pinned post that I told you to put your party sales and the host name to go into my drawings, I also want you to put your parties up. So for every party that you date and hold, you're going to have 2 entries, right? So you're going to have an entry when you date the party because you're going to be like, Melissa is on October 4th. That's all I need. Melissa, October 4th, and your name will be there and I'll put you in my drawing, right? And then when you submit the party, you'll say, Melissa, $585, right? And you'll have another entry into the drawing, all right? So if you have parties already dated, you want to get to that pin post right away and go ahead and put those in there so that you can be in our first drawing. And our first drawing will be held Saturday, all right? I believe, yes, Saturday. Might be held Friday. Let's hold the first drawing Friday for all the parties that you have dated. All right. So the first drawing will be held Friday and we will do that. It'll be month end. It'll be super excited. You guys are going to be hitting submit. I'm going to be doing a drawing for the parties up and then we'll go from there. So I'll give you warning when I'm getting ready to do a drawing. So that way, if you need to go to the post and add some host names, you can do that. So thanks everybody for listening. And I'm so excited to work with you towards your success for this month. All right. Take care, everybody.